The Galapagos is a wildlife haven 600 miles off the west coast of South America. Located on the equator, this natural paradise is marked by two seasons, the wet and the dry season, which determine wildlife behavior and travel experience. The wet season is held between the months of December and June. Light rains are expected and the environmental temperature is cooler, yet sea waters are warmer, making the underwater life more active. These are the highlights and features from January to March in the Galapagos Islands. As the wet season begins, the air and water temperature start to rise, to an average of 80 degrees Fahrenheit on land and 75 degrees Fahrenheit underwater. Whilst the wildlife in Galapagos is always impressive, January's top show is the arrival of hordes of green sea turtles. Meanwhile, on the southern islands, one of the species of the marine iguanas get bright shades of green, red, and black. Finches, warblers, and some other land birds begin to nest. During this month, the air and water temperatures remain the same as in January, with an average temperature of 80 degrees Fahrenheit on land and 75 degrees Fahrenheit underwater. Due to the warmer underwater temperature, marine iguanas and the flamingos start their nesting season. Searching for cooler waters, the Galapagos penguin will migrate from the central islands to Isabela and Fernandina on the eastern part of the archipelago. This is an excellent month to do some snorkeling as the water temperature is at around 79 degrees Fahrenheit. The land temperature will still register at around 80 degrees Fahrenheit. The marine iguanas on the islands of Isabela and North Timor will start nesting. However, the highlight is the arrival of albatrosses to the islands of Española. Any month, any day is a special experience in the Galapagos Islands, a place to feel a part of nature while enjoying a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. These are the highlights and features from April to June in the Galapagos Islands. Weather at this month will be around 80 degrees Fahrenheit on land and 79 degrees Fahrenheit underwater. The warmth and the water temperature and its clearness makes this month great to practice some snorkel and be amazed by the incredible sea life. One of the greatest spectacles of the Galapagos in April is the way the albatross continue to return to Española Island. Some of them commence their courtship ritual, where they can be seen sword fighting with their beaks, pairs with typically mate for life. During April, the Galapagos green sea turtles begin to hatch, making their ways to the sea from their nest. Also, and through November, large numbers of sea turtles can be spotted on Isabela and Fernandina. Concurrently, land iguanas start their hatching season on Isabela. Blue-footed boobies during this month and through May will begin their courtship on North Timor Island. Galapagos weather in May is pleasantly warm and there is a moderate rainfall. It is generally cooler and drier than earlier in the year. The average temperature is of 78 degrees Fahrenheit on land and 77 degrees Fahrenheit underwater. In May, Galapagos wildlife is plentiful and a great opportunity to enjoy the blue-footed booby doing its courtship dance. During this month, the land iguanas tend to hatch on the islands of Santa Cruz, and the green sea turtle on Cormorant Point in Floriana Island. The Galapagos penguin, the only of the species to live on the north side of the equator, will start nesting on Fernandina and the west coast of Isabela Island. On the island of Española, the white albatross will continue laying their eggs as well as the green sea turtles. The month of May is also a great season to see a wide range of bird species, including red-footed boobies, Nazca boobies, frigate birds, flightless cormorants, and greater flamingos. June is the start of the dry season, which means sunny days with overcast skies and a little drizzle. Temperatures during this month are on an average of 75 degrees Fahrenheit on land and 73 degrees Fahrenheit underwater. The Galapagos Islands are home to a few migratory species, one of them being the humpback whale, which can be seen in the surrounding ocean from June to September. During June, Galapagos wildlife continues to be rather active, birdlife in particular. On the island of Fernandina, flightless cormorants will start nesting during this season. Other nesting birds include the Galapagos penguin. These creatures tend to nest in caves or at least places covered from the sunlight. The greater flamingo starts breeding in June, and it can be a special treat to observe this colorful bird building nests. Another delightful and colorful sight is the male magnificent frigate bird displaying his bright red pouch. Any month, any day is a special experience in the Galapagos Islands, a place to feel a part of nature while enjoying a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. These are the highlights and features from July to September in the Galapagos Islands. For those travelers that prefer cooler climates, weather during July offers an excellent opportunity. The island's temperature will average at around 72 degrees Fahrenheit, while water temperatures will be at around 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Skies are usually sunny or overcast, with occasional drizzle, particularly in the higher parts of the islands, where unusually there are more rains than during the wet season. This is the month of the year when the Galapagos sea lion breeding season starts, leading to a good deal of competition between the larger males. As a Humboldt current brings lots of nutrients to the water surrounding the islands, marine life becomes really active. August is quiet, dry, and relatively cool month with an average temperature of 70 degrees Fahrenheit in both land and underwater. In this month, giant tortoises lay their eggs on Santa Cruz Islands, and the waved albatross, the Nazca, blue-footed and red-footed booby will nest. The cooler waters around the Galapagos Islands in August raises the chances of spotting humpback whales and dolphins, particularly to the western islands of Isabela and Fernandina. Due to cooler temperatures on land, hiking and walks are likely to be more comfortable in comparison with other months. This month, like August, registers average land and underwater temperatures of 70 degrees Fahrenheit. During September, the sea lion pups are still tiny and can be spotted onshore with their mothers. In general, sea lions are very active at this time of the year, with males gathering their harems and constantly barking. When it comes to birds, most of the Galapagos species will remain active during this month. The brown pelican can often be seen throughout the islands at this time. Snorkeling around the waters of Bartholomew Island offers a great chance to swim with the Galapagos penguin and some other fascinating species. Any month, any day is a special experience in the Galapagos Islands, a place to feel a part of nature while enjoying a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. These are the highlights and features from October to December in the Galapagos Islands. Weather in October is a mixture of sun, a bit of rain, and some misty mornings, especially on the western islands. Average temperature are around 73 degrees Fahrenheit on land and 72 degrees Fahrenheit underwater. Probably the most attracting activity during this month is the opportunity to swim with young sea lions, who are very playful while underwater. Blue-footed boobies will start raising their chicks in places such as Española Island and Punta Vicente Roca at Isabela Island. During this month, seawater will be calm, and the temperature will start to increase slowly to an average of 74 degrees Fahrenheit and of 72 degrees Fahrenheit on land. A Humboldt current will bring a surge of cool water, rich in nutrients and plankton for the delight of birds and fishes that inhabit the islands. November is also a good opportunity to see whale sharks in the far northwest of the islands. During this month, you can also find abundant amounts of boobies chicks, especially on the islands of Floriana and Española. December, the last month of the dry season, is considered the high season for tourism thanks to the brighter skies and warmer sea temperatures that will be on an average of 75 degrees on land and 73 degrees Fahrenheit underwater. This is the month when the giant Galapagos tortoise eggs begins to hatch. Seeing how much a gigantic animal grows from such a tiny size brings an unbelievable impression of the way nature works. It is also a fantastic month for bird watching, especially when it comes to albatrosses, as their first babies start to fledge, which can be a long process for this unique Galapagos bird. Any month, any day is a special experience in the Galapagos Islands, a place to feel a part of nature while enjoying a once-in-a-lifetime adventure.
The Galapagos Islands in the Pacific Ocean is the ideal destination to breathe freely, walk in the midst of infinite volcanic landscapes and extensive white sand beaches away from the crowds. The most comfortable way to discover the Galapagos is on board a cruise on the Montserrat yacht, where, in expeditions ranging from 4 to 15 days, you can enjoy a unique experience visiting the natural attractions of the archipelago. Named in honor of the Virgin Montserrat, patron saint of Catalonia in Spain, the yacht proudly bears her name as an amulet for both our sailors and our guests. The Montserrat yacht can comfortably accommodate up to 20 guests in modern and tasteful cabins, being an ideal option for couples, families, and passengers of all ages. Our service is so personalized that everyone here knows you by name. The yacht has a large social lounge, bar, and a very cozy dining room to enjoy the gastronomy offered on board. Enjoy from a 360-degree view of the Galapagos' stunning landscapes from our sun deck. Here you can sunbathe or have lunch al fresco. It's also possible to enjoy the view from our exploration deck. The wildlife of the Galapagos Islands is unique in the world. During our expedition cruise, we visit several remote sites of the national park, where you can enjoy from encounters with unique animal species. When at full capacity, 2 experienced naturalist guides interpret the flora and fauna of the enchanted islands with passion and expertise. On land and under the sea, there are many natural wonders waiting to be discovered. On board our yacht, we have enhanced our biosecurity protocols and made renovations to protect your health. That's why a cruise with us is a safe experience. Don't hesitate. The time to travel is now. Nature is the best escape, and discovering the Galapagos aboard the Montserrat yacht is a memorable experience not to be missed. Welcome aboard on the Montserrat yacht.
1969, an intrepid group of 16-year-old girls from Ecuador convinced their parents to let them venture to the newly established Galapagos National Park. Aboard an old Navy cargo ship, they set sail on what would become one of the greatest adventures of their lives. Back then, there were no guides, no trails, and no visitor sites. It was just girl versus wild. Stepping ashore, one girl was astonished as a herd of iguanas scurried up to greet her. The wonders of those first moments in the islands were engraved in her heart forever. That girl was Quasar's co-founder, Dolores Gangotena. Today, the Galapagos remains the best place on Earth to safely get close to and interact with animals in the wild. Dolores has led our family-owned company on a mission to recreate peak wildlife encounters for all our guests. And thanks to the votes of our happy guests, Quasar has won Travel + Leisure's award for the best small ship cruise line in the world for the last 3 years. There is a secret to our 30-plus years of success. We don't offer standard cruises. In fact, many of our guests tell us they don't like cruises, but loved their Quasar experience. Think about it. The Galapagos offers one of the world's incomparable wildlife experiences, and the best way to experience animals is on a safari. Our secret? We provide our guests with safari-style yacht adventures. Years ago, Quasar owned a 48-passenger cruise ship. We let it go when we discovered cruise ships don't provide an optimal Galapagos guest experience. Here are some don'ts we also learned. Showing up with a cruise ship of 50 to 100 passengers turns the special Galapagos wilderness habitat into crowded beaches, with long lines of tourists waiting on single-file trails vying for photos. Crowds also waste time on logistics, with less time for animal encounters. Lack of perimeter decks, smoked glass, and tiny balconies are some of the ways cruise ship designs restrict you from walking around your yacht to experience and photograph habitat and wildlife. Cruise ships need a quantity of guides to serve all those passengers. Unavoidably, passengers compete for the best guide, leaving others stuck with guides who may not know their natural science, what it means to be a leader, or how to speak proper English. The Galapagos is known for unexpected wildlife encounters, which require flexibility, like an unexpected wake-up call to follow a pod of orcas in the dinghies. Too many passengers make that untenable. The best African safari camps limit themselves to under 36 guests at a time because they want to provide an authentic wilderness wildlife experience while not overwhelming the habitat. Quasar takes a similar approach. Here's why our safari-style yacht adventures work so well in the Galapagos. Smaller groups mean you have the islands more to yourself, making it easier to see, photograph, and interact with wildlife. It's also easier to get to know other guests, guides, and crew. Our designs allow you to walk the decks along the entire yacht perimeter with unrestricted views, while providing lots of outdoor space under the shade. This is ideal for whale and dolphin watching, photography, or simply taking in your surroundings. Fewer guests means that when we see a pod of orcas or dolphins, we can change course and either follow them in the dinghies or even jump in with them. A great guide is the difference between a good trip and an amazing adventure of a lifetime. In the words of a guest, it's the guide who makes the area and the animals absolutely come to life. Smaller groups allow us to concentrate on a personalized experience with quality guides who have degrees in the natural sciences, but, more importantly, they are excellent leaders with a passion for showing you the wonders of nature. Together with some of the best crew in the islands, they will make you feel right at home. We like to say that while it's not about the boat has to be about the Galapagos. That girl who first set foot in the Galapagos with her friends back in 1969, Dolores, she's my mother, my family. And as a family, all of us at Quasar invite you to join us on a yacht safari trip of a lifetime in Darwin's archipelago.
Come experience the big animal, big action scuba diving of Galapagos. "500 miles west of Ecuador lies an archipelago of volcanic islands known as the Galapagos Islands. Widely revered as one of the top dive destinations in the world, the Galapagos Islands are home to the Galapagos Aggressor 3. This spacious 100-foot yacht has been operating as the premier Galapagos liveaboard dive yacht since 1993. The yacht was custom designed, built and equipped to offer a safe and luxury dive vacation. Guests will have the opportunity to dive with playful sea lions and marine iguanas, travel to famous Wolf and Darwin for thrilling diving to see whale sharks, schools of hammerhead sharks, and much more. The scenic view of Darwin's Arch is as picturesque as you can imagine. Guests will also make land excursions and see the diversity of the islands. We offer the perfect platform for a Galapagos diving holiday that you will remember for a lifetime.
Welcome to Tip Top 2. Join us to live your lifetime experience on board Tip Top 2.
An adventure, as life is not measured by the number of breaths that you take, but by all those moments that took your breath away. We do not remember things, we remember moments. Collect more moments, not more things. More space, more privacy, and more nature. Expect more at the Royal Palm Galapagos. Food is everything we are. It's an extension of our feelings, of our personal history, of our grandma. Food, culture, people, landscape. These are absolutely inseparable. Skills you can learn. Character. You either have it or you don't. More space, more privacy, and more nature. Expect more at the Royal Palm Galapagos.
An adventure is more than just a trip. Is walking through the evolution of time. Is encountering life where once thought impossible. An adventure could also be sharing emotions with peculiar and distinctive traveling partners. But more importantly, an adventure is having no neighbors, no traffic, no pollution. An adventure is to look at life differently. Expect more at the Royal Palm Galapagos.
Celebrity Cruises invites you to discover a corner of the world so unique, it's like you've left the planet altogether. Islands almost completely isolated from the rest of the world for centuries by miles of open ocean. An archipelago time forgot. The breathtaking Galapagos Islands. A place this extraordinary deserves a ship that's equally extraordinary. Step aboard Celebrity Flora, our all-suites luxury yacht, and experience the ultimate in creature comforts with the largest, most luxurious suites in the Galapagos. Every suite boasts floor-to-ceiling windows for panoramic views. Some even have views from the bathroom. Get even closer to the destination from your private, spacious veranda, or with one of our newest innovations, the Infinite Veranda, a game changer that turns your entire suite into a veranda with the touch of a button. Celebrity Flora was the first ship of its kind designed specifically for the Galapagos. Featuring our revolutionary design, she subtly turns your focus outward to create a greater connection between you, the ocean, and the breathtaking islands. Flora merges seamlessly with the environment, so you'll experience the true sense of being in the destination instead of just visiting it. On a Celebrity Galapagos vacation, everything you need is included. Round-trip flights from Quito to the islands, transfers, luxury hotel stays, meals and beverages, land tours before and after your cruise, and shore excursions during your cruise. These islands are simply amazing, and we don't want you to miss a thing. We have a team of 11 certified naturalists who guide you on your journey. That's nearly one naturalist for every 9 guests. They're experts in the islands. Most of them are from there. And they'll give you authentic guided experiences, so you're completely immersed in all things Galapagos. Every day, you have the choice of a wide range of excursions, and of course, they're all included. Plan your daily adventures to experience everything you want at your own pace. Hike across one of the islands in the morning. Go deep sea snorkeling in the afternoon. Or do both. It's up to you. In the islands, you'll discover a wide variety of creatures, many found nowhere else on Earth. Marine iguanas, Galapagos giant tortoises, the infamous blue-footed boobies. And because these incredible animals have no natural fear of humans, you'll find yourself right up close and personal with them. The marina is your convenient gateway to the islands. It features a sea-level platform that provides direct access to our custom-designed Novarania yacht tenders. Simply step aboard, and you'll be transported to and from the islands in comfort and style. Your island adventures can work up an appetite. Flora offers both indoor and alfresco dining, and every menu is crafted by our Michelin-starred chef using fresh, locally sourced ingredients. Looking for a more intimate experience? Choose room service and dine in the privacy of your suite or veranda. When you're not exploring the islands, explore on board. The Discovery Lounge is the hub of activity on Flora. Learn about daily shore excursions, participate in presentations hosted by your naturalists, enjoy a cocktail while you take in the views or catch a movie. The lab offers you the opportunity to learn more about this fragile ecosystem and our scientific efforts to help maintain it. Flora gives you the perfect way to enjoy the great outdoors, right on board. The Sunset Lounge and the Vista are luxurious open-air hideaways. Even after the sun goes down, Flora offers exceptional outdoor experiences. At the Vista, go Galapagos glamping. Experience an evening under the stars in luxuriously cozy cabanas. It's upscale camping like nothing else in the world. With Celebrity Flora in the Galapagos, a vacation here will never be the same, but the islands will. We've taken an evolutionary leap forward in helping preserve the environment with state-of-the-art advancements that make Flora one of the most eco-friendly and environmentally safe ships on the planet. The Galapagos Islands are some of the most stunning islands in the world, and Celebrity Flora is right at home here. Step aboard and experience an unforgettable, once-in-a-lifetime vacation.
We are all searching for a brief moment in time that will last forever. A memory. And the constant search for memories not yet created. For some, it is finding a home away from home, where your bed gently floats along, with breakfast waiting in the morning sun, and the friendly face welcomes you by name. A gentle voyage across distant seas, surrounded by warm, sparkling colors that have no name. Awake within your dreams. For others, it's the chance to walk among the wild and go back in time to when animals ruled the world. To witness life and feel it evolve around you. To see our planet through the eyes of a child, when everything was new and every experience was something to remember. A new experience. Life awards the curious with those unexpected moments from an unexpected guest. The times we question reality, and the times that make us dream, make us wonder. This is Galapagos. This is Quasar Expeditions. It's how moments find a special place within our hearts and keep us coming back for years to come. That single memory
of that unexpected experience that will stay with us forever.
Welcome to Ecuador, to the Galapagos Islands and to the Coral 1 and Coral 2 yachts. We believe that you made the right decision in coming to this beautiful country, and even more to this jewel of the planet, these incomparable islands that amaze us with their beauty and illustrate nature's processes like no other. The archipelago is made up of 13 major islands, 6 minor islands, and 42 islets. Due to its geographic location and its volcanic origins, it is home to an admirable variety of landscapes, as well as the diverse flora and fauna that inspired the theory of evolution of species. We will visit the most representative locations of various islands, once during the morning and another during the afternoon. We will carry out hikes, observational raft trips, and snorkeling, as well as having moments to enjoy the beach, always in the company of professional nature guides. We will also carry out optional activities that are not included in the general program, such as kayaking, to be coordinated the day before, and scuba diving, which must be reserved before arriving to the Galapagos. While we navigate from one location to the next, we can enjoy the services provided on the ships, as well as the ocean's constant surprises at this latitude. Each day we will provide talks and informative videos about the next location. You will get to know the tourist and scientific attractions, level of difficulty of the hikes, security standards, and conditions of disembarkation. The guides and ship staff will be pleased to clarify any doubts you may have. Each group will be assigned to a nature guide, who will be in charge of sharing his knowledge during this expedition. We will now present you with necessary information in order to make this cruise experience unforgettable. Environmental care. What nature gives us in the Galapagos Islands is as exuberant as it is fragile. Everyone who has the privilege of visiting them must strictly follow the guidelines established by the Galapagos National Park. The guidelines are as follows. Collecting shells, rocks, or any material from the islands is not allowed. Do not touch, pester, or feed the animals, and maintain a safe distance from them at all times. When taking pictures, do not use a flash. Do not touch the plants and take care not to transfer seeds from one island to another. Walk only along the paths and stay near the guides. Littering is prohibited in the ocean and on the islands. Our ships comply with all established guidelines for operation on the islands. Treatment plants for sewage and hydrocarbons. Gas emission control. Solid waste management plants. Water desalination. All hygiene and maintenance products are biodegradable. Please sort garbage for recycling and waste management. Used batteries must be handed to reception. We suggest saving water by taking short showers. We will avoid plastic waste. Please reuse your plastic bottles by refilling them at the purified water dispensers strategically located around the ship. Infrastructure and services. The welcoming coral ships, classics of the Galapagos Islands, feature optimum autonomy and speed in order to reach the most remote areas of the archipelago and to take advantage of as much time as possible in this unmatched region. For greater safety, they travel together. These are the decks at your service. Sea deck. Embarkation and disembarkation area. The embarkation and disembarkation platform is located at the stern of the sea deck and is fully equipped with all safety measures. Once embarked, you will be welcomed by the crew with delicious snacks after the excursions. We can leave the footwear used during the excursions, as well as snorkeling gear in this area. The jacuzzi is located on this terrace, which makes it even more pleasant to observe the incomparable natural surroundings. Earth Deck. Charles Darwin Lounge. Its panoramic windows and nautical ambience make it a versatile space, great for reading and board games. It is an ideal space for welcome and farewell cocktails, themed talks, and karaoke, where you can share a warm environment in company of friends and family. Reception, where the crew can provide assistance from 6:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Outside of this schedule, you can contact a crew member on duty by dialing the number 0. Lonesome George Restaurant. Located towards the bow, the restaurant offers a buffet for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are prepared with culinary surprises in order to provide a special touch, such as the Ecuadorian, vegetarian, and children's menu. We also have a select wine and drink menu, as well as a coffee and snack station available 24 hours a day. Boutique. Here you can find books, postcards, clothing, souvenirs, and items for personal use. Sky Deck. The Bridge, featuring cutting-edge navigational technology. The viewing terrace provides comfortable seating, from which you can enjoy the scenery during navigation between visitation points. Moon Deck. The Moon Deck is a perfect place to sunbathe, enjoy the incredible scenery by day, and identify stars and constellations at night, which in the Galapagos shine like few other places in the world. In this area, we will serve a barbecue at sunset. We are certain you will enjoy this unique experience, discovering the islands and enjoying our services on board. Cabins. Our comfortable cabins are available in double and triple arrangements. Beds can be arranged in double or single patterns, each with 3 types of pillows. In addition, we have a pillow menu for your comfort, as well as hypoallergenic duvets. A closet is provided to store your belongings. Blackout curtains to regulate temperature and light. Reading and ambient light is available. 220 and 110 volt power out, a safe, together with provided instructions. Dial-up connection to the entire ship, and direct international dialing. To contact reception, dial 0. On the television, you may select movies, scientific documentaries, daily activity information, and music. Underneath the bed, you will find a basket, along with a plastic container to store your snorkeling equipment bag. Additional consumptions. Food and drink not included in the daily program, snorkeling suits, kayak, boutique purchases, national and international calls, and tips can be paid with credit or cash at the end of the cruise. To ensure fast service, it is necessary to inform reception upon arrival if your payment method will be a credit card. Take a souvenir of your visit. As a reminder of your stay on the Coral, we will prepare a collection of the best photographs of Ecuador and the Galapagos, in which we will include your best moments aboard. If somebody is not willing to appear in these images, please inform your guide. Safety. The ship's infrastructure and emergency planning comply with the highest security standards. Use of a life vest is required during all raft transfers. At the moment of embarkation or disembarkation from the raft or the ship, personal items will be held by our staff as they aid you by holding your forearm. It is important not to forget to register your arrival on the lists located in the embarkation area upon return to the ship. The ship will not set sail unless all passengers are registered on board. If you decide to stay on board the ship, you must inform the guide in charge of the group and register this on the embarkation list. Smoking is only allowed in exterior areas. Please use an ashtray. Do not dispose of paper or other types of trash in the toilet, as this can damage the system. Housekeeping services are provided 3 times during the day. Emergency information can be found on the cabin door. Please read this carefully. You will also find a life vest in your cabin. We will have a drill, in which you will learn the emergency procedures to follow in case of emergency or evacuation. The captain, officers, crew, and nature guides, as well as the Go Galapagos company, welcome you, and we are happy to help make your stay aboard the Coral unforgettable.
The Integrity, a 141-foot luxury yacht, is designed to carry 16 passengers in comfort, safety, and style. The swim platform provides a stable area to safely board the yacht. As you come up to the main deck, the friendly staff will serve you a refreshing beverage and a light snack.
Inca's attention to detail has been spot on. When we arrive from a snorkel, there will be a snack and a wet towel to wipe the salt water from our faces.
All staterooms are on the main deck and are lower twin, queen, or king bedded. There is a 350 square foot king bedded owner suite. Each stateroom has large picture windows, a writing desk with chairs, individual climate control, satellite telephone, a stocked refrigerator, and entertainment center. The facilities are en suite.
The cabins are amazing. You have a large window so you can fall asleep listening to the waves and wake up to the sunrise and see the next island that you're going to explore that day.
The large and comfortable salon is bathed in natural light, perfect for reading, listening to lectures on Galapagos natural history, and the evening briefing. A great variety of beverages is available at the bar. Dining is at 4 tables of 6. In the spacious, well-equipped galley, the chef and his brigade strive to satisfy. Menus are varied, carefully executed, and very healthy. Vegetarian and specialty diets are easily accommodated. as are meals for kids.
The food's excellent. We have a great appetizer, soup, salad, different types of meat, fish, and the desserts are amazing.
On the partially shaded top deck, you'll find a bar, spa, and comfortable chaise lounges. It's a place to relax, enjoy a beverage, and snooze in the gentle breeze. Forward of the wheelhouse is Rolf's Roost, an intimate seating area named after the ship's owner, Rolf Sievers. It's a lovely place to take in the scenery and enjoy a beverage or special snack from the galley. It's here that we pour the bubbly as we cross the equator. With its huge state-of-the-art stabilizers and engine vibration control system, the Integrity will carry you through Darwin's Islands more smoothly than any other yacht. This is one yacht that truly lives up to its name.
At the crossroads of comfort and unspoiled wilderness lies the rugged and pristine nature of the Galapagos Islands. Get ready to plunge yourself into the wild. Wilderness is not a luxury. is a necessity for the human spirit. More space, more privacy, more nature. Expect more at the Royal Palm Galapagos.
One of the most important attractions for scientists and naturalists the whole world over are the magnificent Galapagos Islands. We invite you to explore with us this paradise risen from the depths of the Pacific Ocean. Our modern, luxurious ocean spray catamaran sails through the archipelago on 4 to 15-day cruises. We provide accommodations for 16 guests. Our exclusively designed surroundings invite you to relax in complete privacy, comfort and safety. We attend to every detail in order to assure your satisfaction during your stay on board. Our superior suites and cabins have large balconies, private bathrooms and other accommodations. Because you deserve service that is both friendly and professional, our crew on board is trained to offer you everything you may require during the trip. Delicious fresh meals prepared in our large dining area will make your experience pleasurable. Join our naturalist guide for walks, snorkeling or kayaking, or just stay on board and relax. Fully enjoy Ecuador's tropical climate from our terraces and the jacuzzi, which open to panoramic views of impressive scenery. In every place you visit, you will see something new for the first time. Plants, animals, or whimsical formations of nature that will spark your imagination. Let us surprise you with a concoction of elegance and natural beauty that cannot be found in any other place on Earth. It will be more than just a vacation, as we share experiences and create memories that will last you a lifetime.
This is not the Bahamas, Hawaii, or the Maldives. In fact, it is unlike any other island or tropical paradise with pristine and paradisiac beaches and breathtaking resorts. The Galapagos Islands are just plain and simply unique. It is an environmental treasure, a biodiversity sanctuary, or how people usually call it, a living museum and showcase of evolution. Everything in the Galapagos is unique. Despite being situated on the equator line and 1,000 kilometers from the continental Ecuador, the islands receive the cool Humboldt oceanic currents, creating various microclimates. In the island of Santa Cruz, where the majority of the coffee is grown, the northern side is a dry tropical forest with very dry and arid weather, while the southern side is humid and lush with vegetation, the latter where you will find coffee grown.
When you visit this UNESCO World Heritage Natural Site and see all the creatures that call this place home, many found nowhere else in the world, you can clearly observe that this land is something singular. It inspires you to think differently about the world, and you realize that the Galapagos is one of the few places left on the planet where the human footprint is minimum. Another distinctiveness about the archipelago is the way coffee is produced here. The oceanic currents create almost perfect microclimates for coffee to be grown and harvested at altitudes of less than 400 meters above sea level. You can also find farms with coffee trees more than 30 years old, primarily of heirloom varieties no longer easily found elsewhere, such as Típicas and Bourbons, which were introduced to the islands more than a century ago by Don Manuel Cobos, a coffee lover who smuggled bourbon plants from the French Polynesia.
El café de Galápagos, el mismo hecho de producirse en Galápagos, tiene un componente extraordinario. Producir café a nivel Ecuador, en las zonas más altas, también tiene su característica. Y hacer todo el proceso aquí en la zona específicamente donde se encuentra el cafetal de la finca La Envidia es extraordinario, porque a pesar de estar a 350 metros sobre el nivel del mar, también genera un componente muy interesante porque está combinado con una vegetación diferente. Tenemos una combinación también de especies nativas, endémicas, Galápagos que recorren nuestros cafetales, y todo eso también lo hace con ese componente de conservación que para nosotros como habitantes en Galápagos es muy especial.
Pero nosotros estamos aquí en Galápagos y la zona de producción de café está entre 200 y 400 metros de altura.
but most impressively in such a biodiverse, sensitive archipelago that has been endangered by human activity such as tourism and agriculture, we have witnessed firsthand local farmers' commitment to the environment and our planet. The 26 coffee farmers from the island of Santa Cruz, which have partnered with us during the last 5 years, have implemented on their farms sustainable coffee growing practices, protecting the biodiversity and ecosystems of the island, and respecting the fauna who are the real owners of the land.
Ahorita vienen a dormir, porque allá duermen.
Que hay un ambiente tan hermoso que aquí se cuida más que en todas las partes el ambiente. El ambiente es lo mismo en medio de aves, en medio de pájaros, vienen de noche, vienen de día, así los nocturnos, y prácticamente aquí es un país tranquilo, que no pasa nada más que aquí se saca un café de calidad.
Further proof of these coffee growers' strong commitment with their island and the planet is the result of a third-party carbon footprint verification of Caravella's coffee supplier farms located on Santa Cruz Island of the Galápagos archipelago in Ecuador. The verification was conducted in the fourth quarter of 2021 by One Carbon World and resulted in a climate-positive or carbon-negative footprint of 2 tons of CO2 captured per hectare per year, thus achieving the carbon-neutral international standard.
Entonces cuidamos mucho el agua, procuramos tener mucho cuidado en cosechar agua cuando llueve y también tenemos mucho cuidado en producir. Entonces tú vas a ver plantaciones pequeñas, pero lo que buscamos es que sea calidad más que cantidad.
Utilizamos abonos que producimos de la misma cáscara de café. Sabemos traerle, ponerle a las plantitas y no utilizamos, se puede decir, herbicidas y fertilizantes mismo que necesite la planta utilizamos, y de ahí casi la tierra ha sido muy buena tierra para el café.
This third-party verification process found that in 1 year, the coffee that we source from 26 farms in the Galápagos Islands emits a total of 83 tons of CO2 equivalent, but it does sequestrate a total of 304 tons of carbon dioxide equivalent, resulting in a net balance of 221 tons of CO2 equivalent sequestered, or roughly 2 tons of carbon dioxide sequestered per hectare per year. This means that for every kilogram of green coffee produced in these farms, 7.3 kilograms of CO2 equivalent are sequestered. Compare these results with the carbon emission of coffee farms in Colombia, for instance, which emit an average of 8.6 kilograms of CO2 equivalent per kilogram of green coffee produced.
Bueno, el medio ambiente nosotros los protegemos tratando de no poner químicos en la tierra, de sembrar plantas endémicas, que hay muchas por allá en el café. También tenemos para acá abajo, para que proteja el café. También tenemos árboles de madera, para que la madera también le presta abono para el café, también mucho abono, y también no le afecta al café, porque si hay plantas que le secan mucho la tierra y no sirve mucho abono para el café.
Bueno, nosotros aquí tenemos casi dos climas diferentes, que son en enero, de enero a mayo, que es clima caluroso, más o menos como tipo costa de la zona tropical, y de mayo hasta noviembre más o menos, que es lluvioso, húmedo y frío, influenciados por la corriente de Humboldt. Eso permite que el café, o sea, el clima se parezca a estar en otras zonas del continente a unos 1.500 a 2.000 metros de altura. Entonces eso es favorecido para que nosotros obtengamos un café de buena calidad aquí. Y hay un potencial mucho por explotar todavía. Un manejo, se ha comenzado a hacer un manejo, por ejemplo, con la cáscara de café, que antes se la botaba, ahora ya no, se hace un manejo, se hace un proceso de aprovechamiento de la cáscara para devolverle a los cafetales.
Para cuidar el medio ambiente, lo primero que hemos hecho es sembrar árboles para que absorban los gases, de cuidar de que no fumigar con insecticidas, herbicidas de que tal vez afecten al medio ambiente, con insecticidas tóxicos, todas esas cosas, todas esas normas que manda la sanidad para cuidarnos la salud.
This milestone is just the first step of Caravella's goal of having a carbon-neutral supply chain for 100% of the coffee we source and export. Additionally, this project sets the standard for the future of coffee industry worldwide and opens the door for more environmentally conscious coffee production schemes, positively inspiring many other coffee producers around the world to follow the steps of these 26 pioneering coffee producers.
Y así enseñarle al mundo y a los niños que eso es la seguridad para el mundo y para nosotros mismos prácticamente. Cuidar el medio ambiente, eso es lo más esencial.
In the meantime, we will continue to generate awareness and educate coffee growers all over Latin America to implement better farming practices that protect, conserve, and respect the environment, aiming to have a carbon zero supply chain before the end of the decade. This project is just the first of many third-party verifications that we plan to do over the course of the next 4 years to verify the carbon emissions of our entire supply chain, hopefully with the help of our roasting partners around the globe, and continue making coffee greener. Join us in making Galapagos coffee better.
Exploring through flavors is a wonderful way to travel. The power of food is profound. Not only does it bring a smile to the face of everyone who enjoys it, but it transforms the lives of the people who produce it. That has become one of the pillars of the Finch Bay Galapagos Hotel's gastronomy.
Para nosotros es importante tener conocimiento del origen de nuestros productos. ¿Cuál fue todo el recorrido que tuvo este producto hasta llegar a nuestras bodegas, hasta llegar a nuestras manos?
Our cuisine delights travelers from around the world and also contributes to the sustainable development of communities in the Galapagos. We carefully select each ingredient, we seek out organic options and cultivate a fair trade with small local producers.
Tratamos de conseguir de un proveedor cierto producto, de otro proveedor otro tipo de producto, y de esa manera nosotros podemos darnos la mano entre todos.
Our commitment and responsibility towards the well-being of the Galapagos Islands is based on our respectful, responsible and conscientious operations. Thanks to this vision, over 35% of the ingredients in our kitchens is sourced locally from high-quality local producers.
Me gusta mirar personalmente la calidad, que nuestros productos vayan sumamente frescos, que es por lo que nos caracterizamos.
Creo que es un buen producto, puro producto más orgánico, yo mismo elaboro la tierra.
Algo súper importante es que dejamos de consumir combustible por la traída del continente acá a las Islas Galápagos.
In this way, not only do we significantly reduce our carbon footprint, but we can also contribute positively to the island's local economy.
Nosotros en Finch Bay tenemos un pequeño proyecto que se llama Chacrita. Básicamente lo que tenemos aquí son muchas hierbas aromáticas, muchos brotes que usamos en nuestras preparaciones, en nuestros platos, muchas hierbas que utilizamos en nuestros cócteles. Tenemos muchos huéspedes que vienen de distintas partes del mundo. Para ellos que nosotros les contemos que lo que están comiendo en su plato, que lo que está servido en su cóctel, muchas veces está cosechado por nosotros y otras veces por productores locales. Para ellos es bastante enriquecedor, bastante positivo poder llevarse esa experiencia.
Travel is a transformative experience. Food tells stories, and ours are tales of respect, commitment, and a deep love for these enchanted islands.
The Galapagos is a world still in the throes of creation, which takes us back to the origin of origins, the mystery of mysteries. Charles Darwin. What is it that you're looking for in paradise? Is it wild, pristine nature, white sand and beautiful beaches? Or maybe all of them together? Crystal clear water teeming with life? Perhaps bizarre creatures like the marine iguanas sunbathing all around us? For me, paradise is a deep connection with nature, unflinching, naive, and unafraid, reminding us we are mere visitors here. Few places on Earth trigger my curiosity the way these islands do. Picturing Darwin, sailing these very seas, walking these very shores, and contemplating these very same volcanic landscapes wakes a unique feeling in me. Somehow magical. I step on board and it all comes together. Yacht Isabella too, faithful to traditions and mindful of modern needs. Perhaps it's her boutique style or her friendly crew, welcoming just 20 couples, that gives it such a cozy feeling. Romantic and intimate, she is a perfect vessel for a relaxed island exploration. Learning and fun. What better way to traverse the national park and marine reserve than in the qualified hands of trained crew on a carefully balanced itineraries? Well mentored by a knowledgeable expedition leader and naturalist that awakened my passion for this unique place on Earth. What better way to live one of the world's most amazing destinations than with the people whose day-to-day priorities is protecting this magical environment for future generations. On Yacht Isabella II, travel in comfort, travel in safety, travel in style. Live the inspiration.
For far too many months, we have been apart, dormant, hibernating, waiting. Now it is time to reconnect. The lives that we encounter are what make our life worth living. Galapagos is ready. The royal palm is ready. We are all ready. More space, more privacy, and more nature. Find out what is new at the Royal Palm Galapagos. Expect more at the Royal Palm Galapagos.
How would it feel to be a child again? To recover long-forgotten innocence and astonishment? To approach wildlife and have it approach you without fear? To find inspiration in the simple things of life? To rush down a hill on your bike and watch as the distant shore becomes a reality? To ride the waves in a rush of adrenaline? Or stare down through clear waters to view the colourful alternate world underneath? What if you could do all of this in one of the world's most awe-inspiring nature destinations? From an easy-to-reach base just steps from the beach in the Galapagos National Park and Marine Reserve. A place where the staff likes nothing better than to pamper you with award-winning service and cordon bleu-inspired takes on local and international cuisine. Where the expert expedition leader and top naturalist guides share their lifelong passion and knowledge of the archipelago's wonders, to make sure you live a thought-provoking and revitalizing journey. The Finch Bay Eco Hotel is just such a place. A sustainable outpost in a fragile ecosystem. A place to regain our bearings in a hectic world. A place to set out on adventures big and small, knowing that we are safe in well-trained hands. A place to explore not only iconic wildlife and otherworldly landscapes, but also our own views on the formation of the universe and our place in it. For each of us, the journey is unique. A moment in time we choose to live our own way, before or after an expedition cruise, as part of an innovative island-hopping itinerary, with exploration of uninhabited national park sites on the hotel's own yacht, and visits to world-renowned highland sites and research centres, through underwater experiences that open up new worlds of discovery, or simply quiet contemplation amidst the birds and mangroves of this unique destination. It's your choice. Take ownership. Come when you want and stay as long as you wish. Embrace the options. At the Finch Bay Eco Hotel, live Galapagos your way.
It swerves, it soars, it dives, it glides. And most of all, it waits, posing, just for you. Galapagos opened as a singular protected tourism destination 5 decades ago. And since the beginning, Metropolitan Touring has had the privilege of taking explorers there to see the planet's most unusual, even bizarre, and certainly most intrepid wildlife up close and personal. There are so many ways to see Galapagos, and we have them all. Perfectly sized and extremely comfortable expedition yachts and vessels. The only National Geographic unique lodges of the world property in Galapagos, the Finch Bay Galapagos Hotel. Island to island hopping like you've never lived it before, with private aircraft rides and unique experiences on Santa Cruz and Isabella Islands, as well as day trips on our own exclusive yacht. We cater for explorers in the know, spacious facilities, fine dining, and service standards designed to pamper. Top Galapagos Big 15 wildlife coverage on carefully programmed national park approved itineraries that highlight the key islands and offer schedules that fit your calendar. Various activities available at each visitor site, including all national park approved aquatic options, such as proper glass bottom boats. Multiple guides to make sure you learn the most you can about what interests you, in your language, in small groups. exclusive access at most visitor sites so that you and your direct shipmates can have the islands to yourselves. And of course, a permanent focus on safety, compliance, and support for the environment and community. Come see it for yourself. Memorable journeys for authentic explorers like you. Real Galapagos by Metropolitan Touring.
Galapagos is definitely the best conserved tropical archipelago in the world. So that makes really a unique place in the world. It's not just about its beauty, it's not just about it's a famous touristic place, but it's mainly about Galapagos is a unique functional ecosystem.
The Galapagos National Park and the Charles Darwin Foundation invited Google to the Galapagos Islands to collect imagery for both scientific applications and management of the islands.
Surprisingly, the Galapagos have not been that well mapped in the past. There has always been satellite imagery, of course, but to now take that next step and to work with Google to provide better mapping for Galapagos is something that's very, very important for our work and much appreciated.
First time, first trekking in Galapagos, so let's see how it goes. We usually see this kind of tortoise here, and actually these tortoises are born in captivity. They are part of the reintroduction program of the Galapagos National Park. Doing research in Galapagos is a very, very tough task. So if there is some way to capture as much information as possible and then having this information collected and available for researchers, it's just great because you can minimize the costs of field work.
Invasive species have always been the biggest threat to the Galapagos archipelago. Invasive species are plants and animals that don't belong here, but once they are here, they often turn into a threat for the endemic and the native wildlife.
We are brushing off the remains of Humidatus and Minas de Azufras on Isabella Island, and we're getting rid of all of these plants before we take it on to another island, and we're just trying to get all the seeds, all the plant matter off.
Galapagos is one of those places that if you were to take anybody underwater, this is the location in the world that you would take someone. So it's very, very important that we reveal this well.
Started off as a project to reveal the oceans to the world. Google is a critical partner for us because there's really no point in doing the science unless you do the engagement and get people aware of what's actually happening underwater. We've seen a 50% drop in coral coverage over the last 50 years. So if we want to do something about what's going on in the oceans, we really need to take people virtual diving. Probably around 50 sea lions, so it's almost like a big ball of sea lions around it.
Probably about 6:30 in the morning, and we are about to take the trekkers out and attach it to the front of the boat and collect some of the shoreline of the Plaza Islands hoping to help the Charles Darwin Foundation and the Galapagos National Park Service get validation data and imagery to really prove what kind of vegetation, what kind of birds are in certain areas of the island.
This morning's dive will be a very interesting dive because Galapagos is famous for its currents. And really we don't know what to expect, so you can get some really vicious currents coming round seamounts, etc., and over the top and even pushing you down, so you've got to be very careful on these kind of dives, especially when you're in very deep water.
Today we are heading to Mosquera, which is a sandbar between the island of Santa Cruz and the island of Paltra.
Well, we're here at the horse base camp, and we're about to go up to the top of the crater. Very excited. Gonna be a good day.
It's a pity that it's closed. It's closed now because otherwise, if it's open, it would be an amazing view here. But let's see if we are lucky, and later we maybe have some sun. Please.
Well, just about 5 minutes ago, this was completely cleared. There was no fog. You could see the steam. You could see the sulfur. You could see all the lava. How does it look up there? Daniel, can you hear me?
Yeah, hear you. Loud and clear. It's amazing. Geologists will love us for the years to come. I'm so sorry you are not here.
We're gonna visit in Street View.
Somebody should invent bigger tanks, because that's what you're going to be wishing when you're in Galapagos. The amount of sea life, it's something that we can say 100% you will experience. It's an adventure that I hope I will see this. It's an adventure that I hope I have enough time to keep on seeing what is there. That is what makes Galapagos way different than any other dive site on the planet.
I mean, lizards underwater diving, are you kidding me? You want to see sharks? They are here.
It was amazing. There's hammerheads everywhere and so close.
When I first saw that many sharks, it blew me away. I've never seen anything like that in my life, and it will stay with me for the rest of my days.
Safety is the #1 priority on the Galapagos sky. Galapagos it's magical not just on the water, it's also above water on land too, because there are animals and landscapes and plants you find nowhere else in the world. It's like being on a different planet, within a planet.
Galapagos Sky, we specialize in customer service, special food, and we specialize to keep the customer all the time enthusiastic here.
Where on earth do you get to see all of those things? There's only one place, it's Galapagos.
The amount of sea life, it's something that we can say 100% you will experience. That is what makes Galapagos way different than any other site on the planet.
I mean, lizards underwater diving, are you kidding me? You want to see sharks? They are here.
It was amazing. There's hammerheads everywhere and so close.
Galapagos Sky, we specialize in customer service.
In this yacht we have capacity for 16 guests, and well, we have 2 hot tubs, the rooms are big enough, you have a lot of space, the crew members are quite friendly, we are a family on board, and well, of course we have a bar, we have some areas where you can relax, where you can read, we are always outside so you can breathe all the pure oxygen that we have.
It's time to see the sunrise.
Galápagos, Galápagos, I like to be in paradise. Galápagos, Galápagos, how much I love in paradise. Feel like a barco nearby the beach. Feel like a barco nearby the beach. We got some booties for dancing with me. Baby sharks in the rain. Galápagos, Galápagos, I like to be in paradise. Galápagos, Galápagos, how much I love in paradise. Galápagos, Galápagos, I like to be in paradise. Galápagos, Galápagos, how much I love in paradise. All of me to see is snorkeling with me. All of me to see is snorkeling with me.
Paradise. San Cristóbal, capital of paradise.